There we go. I finally started my recording. I forgot that I needed to press that button because I started the stream before being in the game. All right. Welcome to Low Elo Legends, presented by a total noob. We have Ocawna playing the Ottomans against Worrier Scout as the absents. Worrier Scout also going by the name of Dumb Burb. Dumb Burb. Offend anybody with mispronouncing it. Ocawna has started out with a little bit of spearman harassment coming from his military school, so his relatively free spearman. Depends how you want to define that word. Let's not get into some
Evet, selam.
We have a very early set of traders here. Coming from his House of Wisdom. Yeah, he went for that very early, and, well, Ocawna has spotted this, so he's going to be well aware of it. Maybe he actually decides to respond to this with any cavalry, or maybe additional spearmen in the area. I'm going to try my best not to violently move the camera around. I'm trying to use the, that guy's going for it. I'm trying to use the drag. It's a little bit smoother, but hopefully my knobs will get picked up by this microphone. It's a cheap microphone that's standalone. Not that money's at all an issue, I just don't like wearing headsets. Now that I also think about it, feel free to let me know if you hear an echo of the game sounds. Because I have them playing through my speakers. I do not have any playback audio going where I can check to see if that's going on. But typically, at least Discord usually doesn't do that. Much higher, noticeably higher goal than the opposite. Sapahi going into camels. That's going to be interesting. See, logic tells me that the efficiency is going to be on Worrier Scout's side. See how it realistically plays out. Relying primarily on his berries for now with that bonus. That's good. Berry nations in general. Oh. Golden age over here.
Erinçtim. Sipahi hazır.
Feed on the meter. Not really sure how that's pronounced. There.
Ben hazırım.
I don't know. I'm not that cultured. So we have over here a few camel archers. That's not going to help them out that much. Two regular archers with one spearman. This should do some very serious damage. Completely exposed villages over there. Though, Sapahi not the greatest at big building. So. And he did already get through the trinkets. If anything, probably reminding Worrier Scout of relocated workers. Oh. Worrier Scout is on top of trying to move his caravans away. Good thing he was noticing, although one of them not noticed. Although also did notice. I think that's how he's gonna. Oh, he did actually get the kill. That was oh, and it gets out alive. That's very surprising. Pulled those caravans out. Split second too soon. We got one villager down over here to another supply. And a return kill. Didn't quite run him. You know, I don't know the math of that, but I feel like he probably could have. Yeah, he probably could have just won that fight there, but maybe he just really didn't want to lose a couple of scavengers. This is a nice gold income, though. I mean, he's almost tripling Ocawna's gold. That's usually going to be a bad omen, and especially when we're thinking about some faction like the Ottomans. We have some very nice units that require gold. I think when he showed his hand that he had a nice group of supply, he probably needed to try and get a lot more damage done or deny a lot more economy. Because now that Worrier Scout's wise to it, I'm not sure that this is going to work out so well. It's weaker gold economy. Also, favors. What I can tell, I think we got a... No, nope, we got a villager and a caravan. Okay. Villager and a caravan. We'll go up the course of yeah. Anything I can see going right now for the Ottomans is really the stone. I wouldn't really call 30% increase. It wouldn't be that much of an advantage. Nice bombing attack. The Marcus down here. Apparently I totally missed him burning that tower to the ground. Hopefully it wasn't too action-packed. Probably. Yeah, you know what? The supply, they got some pretty decent, you know, I suppose if nothing's really, fighting them, you have the Mater there with, bonus attack speed, and then on top of it, if you pop fortitude, that is a lot of DPS in the building. Marhaban. And if there is any sort of echo coming from the game sound, hopefully it's relatively gentle. And the next match, we're going to find that out. Because that will take a little bit of time. Have some sound playback while I'm actually streaming. Again, professional setup. Another trader gone down. I mean, it's another 60 gold. I mean, if you can keep taxing them, it will at least partly make up for the income difference. But, I mean, I think losing supply, if he gets a couple traders, that's probably going to or maybe he's going to lose 0. Then it'll only be worth it. Now, this is an interesting little move. Going. Maybe that's just a sneaky little scout so they won't be seen and then you can see the movement of the cavalry. Yeah, Worrier Scout definitely got some clever little ideas. He's using these watchtowers, well, these outposts, in order to keep tabs on a lot of locations, probably slow down military that show up, because if the attack moves, they're going to stop and start attacking them and cost them 100 wood. I believe Abbasids are 100 wood. I've played a lot of Holy Roman Empire, so some of my numbers are a little bit messed up on defensive structures. But, yeah, he's definitely going with a sneaky approach. I think this is... I mean, I don't think anybody can really deny that Ocawna's fighting from behind here. But one of the best parts about Low Elo Legends, being somebody who's played in Low Elo most of my life, not in Age of Empires. I mean, I've only played in Low Elo but is that things can turn around very easily. Somebody just isn't looking at the right place, and sometimes for an extended period of time. And a lot of damage can be done. But I think that's Worrier Scout. I think that's his overall plan. Is he wants to try and make it where even if he's not paying attention, these outposts are going to keep his opponent distracted long enough that he can react to what is going on. Because I haven't observed the pro scene that much. And in the times that I haven't quite seen a scatter amount of outposts, but I believe this is not something they commonly do. Usually they're only where they're mining resources, but this, I think, is a good way of adapting to your own playstyle, your own strengths and weaknesses. You don't have to play like the pros, especially if you literally can't. There's always a common mistake I see in friends of my own, sometimes myself, where I take a little too much advice from the pros, and sometimes you gotta be a little bit more realistic. I'm not sure if that's the first relic of the game. That's the first time I heard that sound that I recognized. Oh! Looks like Ocawna is fed up. Decided he doesn't want anybody coming in from that angle anymore. It also seems as though he has given up on really harassing the trade economy. If I could levy one mild complaint about Ocawna's strategy here, I think it was the low priority on gold that he is still having. He has 5 workers on gold right now. He's not tried to use any of his own traders. He has a mark, but having that kind of low priority, which then puts him into the territory of using the Sipahi, which are nice units. They're very good units, but against a civilization that has camels, it's a bit of a tough choice, especially with how camels work in Age of Empires 4, where they instead just reduce the damage that horse cavalry units do against your units. So you don't even, it's not select only to your camels. So it does make it pretty tough. Boy. 2 armies moving out, and it is looking like Ocawna is pretty heavily countered by the opposing army, so I don't think he's going to want that fight. I will take a quick look because I realize it's actually Ink being attacked by got one villager. Doing some light harassment, trying to see what's going on. He's working on an outpost. Buying some berries. Hey, it means something. I mean, that just shrunk his food economy by 30-40%. So it's not nothing, and it's also distracting Worrier Scout from getting to push the advantage that he has. Now, will he get out of there? He desperately needs to. Those few. Well, those emitters are a lot of gold. He has increased his gold economy though since I was complaining. That is good. Take the trader with him. That is a lot of cavalry. That may not have been the best decision to go for that one trader, but he does have food and he does have wood, so it's not like he's losing more gold, but he did lose an extra emitter there. I really need to look up how to pronounce that unit. Hindsight is 40-50. He's starting to bring in some infantry. I think that's overall going to be a good idea. Some mangonels. Like the disruptor. Well, in Age of Empires 4, it's like a really weak version of the disruptor, but you know, the disruptor of Age of Empires, especially Age of Empires 2. You're never out of it if you've got some mangonels. Although in Age of Empires 4, because it doesn't one-shot units, you could definitely be out of it with some mangonels, but just takes a few shots, like 2 volleys from 3 of them could definitely kill a good, what? I mean, without practice mode numbers, probably kill a good 50. I didn't even notice that his villagers that were working on that wall were denied and probably killed because that wall's still sitting. Uh-oh. And Worrier Scout has already planned ahead for the mangonels, probably because of his run-by scouts he's been doing. He's been aware of them. He's got some sprinters. Oh, and Ocawna's throwing a wall down. I would have to say a lot too late. I mean, it's not a bad idea to get a wall on the bottom, though, so at least you can avoid that flanking. Unfortunately, without those Sipahi, he can't run down these units. He's lost so many of them. It would be nice if he kept them around. I think his move was overall smart in the southern part of the map. It just, he made a couple of additional strategical blunders. Good distraction, gave him time, but he needed to keep the majority of those lives instead. And his mangonels are, you know, there's his infantry. Okay. Well, I think Ocawna got himself a little bit flustered here. And that ended up really costing him. Because he's made a few decisions that I don't think he probably consciously wanted. I think he had some decent strategical ideas. He definitely did. But I think he got himself a little too flustered there. I'd say towards the end of the game. I mean, earlier on, didn't prioritize gold enough, I feel. Once again, I'm a noob. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure gold's very important. The Ottomans can really use gold quite effectively. But I did like some of the moves that he was trying to do so far behind. And in addition, micro a bit lacking at the end there because I think he's being drawn, his camera was being pulled a bunch of typical RTS woes. This one is, yeah, pretty well over, but I respect sticking around. I respect it. Honestly, one of my favorite parts about Age of Empires 4 is actually how fun it is seeing the units fight and whatnot. And I just smacked my microphone, so hopefully that didn't hurt anybody's ears too much. All right, well, that's it. Ocawna goes down 0-1. He's not out of it, though. He can make adjustments. I think when he went south there, I think if he would have spent a little bit more time distracting him, because you can see how close this was. And that would have been around where that was taking place. Let's see, military count. So he was, of course, behind. There was no doubt about that. But I think had he distracted him and instead of going after that trader, just made his way around while he was producing all of those infantry, he could have actually made a pretty powerful stand, although Worrier Scout might have chosen not to commit to the fight at that point. But that still would have bought him a lot of time, especially because he started increasing his gold income at that point. And you really can never count out Great Bombards. Great Bombards do some very serious damage, and it just takes somebody not looking for one moment for them to cut down some tanky units. All right, well, that's going to conclude this game. I'm going to stop this recording. That way they're separated without me having to edit. You're welcome, dumb burbs. Very well done by you. Good game.